Like I said, we started out great. Business was doing good within 3 months. I was like, wow, this is going to be amazing for the summer. Boom, then COVID hit, shut down for 3 months. Approximately in the bus station, about 19,000 people pass by there every day. When COVID hit, it went down to about 600 people.
That was Luis Perez, owner of GWB Juice Bar. And this is Epicenter NYC. We connect our communities to news, information, and each other. I'm your host, Amber Castillo. GWB Juice Bar is a hidden gem at the George Washington Bridge bus station. Owned by Luis Perez, it serves Caribbean drinks like soursop smoothies and the Dominican classic morir soñando, along with hot dogs and sandwiches inspired by his Dominican roots. But GWB Juice Bar is much more than a place for food and drinks. It's a community hub. Luis's personal touch and commitment make it a special spot for all who visit. Today, I sit down with Luis to learn more about what led him to create GWB Juice Bar, how he kept the doors open throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, and what's in store for the future. Before we jump in, a quick message. Are you looking for a transformative experience that blends artistic action with collective healing? Look no further. Ways of Showing Up, a 2-day immersive event, is launching in New York City. Join us on Tuesday, July 9th and Wednesday, July 10th as we create space, build community, and inspire change together. Ways of Showing Up is presented by Epicenter NYC and the Department of Transformation at the Performing Garage. For the full agenda and other details, click the link in our show notes. Now back to the show. Here's my conversation with Luis.
Hello, my name is Luis Perez, and I'm the owner of GWB Juice Bar, the #1 juice bar in Washington Heights.
Can you speak about how long you've been doing this?
I've been open for about 4 years and a half. We started 3 months before COVID. So we started out in a great position. And then, of course, COVID.
What was that like? Like 3 months in, where did you kind of get the motivation to keep going and the support?
Yes, it was tough, to tell you the truth. I thank God that I'm still here. Like I said, we started out great. Business was doing good within 3 months. I was like, wow, this is going to be amazing for the summer. Boom, then COVID hit, shut down for 3 months. Approximately in the bus station, about 19,000 people pass by there every day. When COVID hit, it went down to about 600 people. So after COVID, we lost about 95% of our clientele. We was closed for 3 months. The train station entrance was also closed, so people couldn't pass by and take the train. So to tell you the truth, it was like a desert.
Can I ask, why was that location, that entrance closed?
It was an enclosed tunnel. So, people didn't want to be sneezing. I guess, the Port Authority did all measures to protect. So they had to close the train entrance. So people had to go around through the 175th entrance instead of the 178th entrance.
No, thanks for clarifying that. Yeah, so you were saying it was pretty much like a dead zone there.
It was a dead zone. I used to be in my business for about 8 or 10 hours, and I just had like 5 or 6 customers. But, I just wanted to let the people know that I'm here, that I'm open. We took all measuring, protecting ourselves, mask, protective glass for people won't overreach. I think I was one of the first business to have about 15, 20 sprays, disinfectant sprays, because remember, they were hard to get. Thank God I knew someone at my local Rite Aid and sold me about 20 disinfectant spray for COVID, just for me to protect myself and to protect our staff and customers.
Besides making sure you were equipped for prevention and COVID-19 hygiene, was there anything in particular, either from your family or from your community that helped you through that tough time?
So thank God, Port Authority really wanted me to stay open. So they did give me a rent discount for about a year for me to hold on. Other business around me couldn't wait, they couldn't sustain, and they left them closed. When we first opened the mall, it was about eight businesses, and at the end, only three from the old contract exist right now.
How deep was that rent discount, like as a percentage of what you were paying before?
To tell you the truth, it was about 75% off. So I could, I also sustain because I have a 9 to 5 job. So I push my personal income also into the business for me to sustain open and for me to survive these tough times.
What's your 9 to 5 job?
I work at a hotel. I'm in food and beverage. I've been in the hotel business for about 14 years, and I have worked for two of the biggest five-star companies, luxury company in the world.
Yeah. Can you speak about that? Like what led you to the food and beverage business and hospitality?
Well, all my life, since my early 20s, I wanted to be in the food business. We have history. My mother and my stepfather, we opened up an Italian restaurant in 1995 in the West Village called Italy on the Hudson. So that's where I got my experience. But also, we lost it all also because that also had a sad story. Right when we opened up the restaurant, the city decided, or they were planning to construct a whole new highway. So when we opened up the restaurant, there was no access to the restaurant because the highway, the dust, the construction was closed. And I'm still, I'm a survivor, I'm a fighter. We lasted 3 years open, but then finally we had to leave.
Yeah, can you speak about how some of those lessons helped you launch and, keep this business going?
Yeah, so, it taught me to be patient. It taught me to do more diligent work. It taught me to, teach myself a bit of the business. My stepfather had some books that I read teaching me about the kitchen, teaching me about the restaurant aspect about it. So that gave me the foundation and it didn't let my hopes down. We closed the restaurant after 3 years. We walked out almost with nothing in our hands. And, but it implanted a seed in my mind to, I must do this again. I must do this again. So then I've been involved in the restaurant business. I got a job through the Ritz Carlton, one of the most luxurious hotels in the world. And I worked as a waiter, I worked as a bartender. So that also, I've learned the back of the house, how to process, how to maintain, how to greet guests, how to create an experience. So that gave me more of customer service.
Is there a version of that or like some of those facets that you took with you in your business or an example of that that you can give?
In the juice bar, to tell you the truth, I'm like the mayor. Many people know me. Many people say hi to me every day. Even if they don't buy from me, they see me there every day. They see that I'm working. They see that my business is clean. They see that the business is attractive. So I've become also like a counselor. I had people come to me and give me their sad story. I had people come to me feeling down, and I'm like, here, sit down, have a smoothie, tell me what's going on. And they have told me personal things, and I try to be upbeat about it. I try to give them some great advice. I also bring God into the conversation. I tell them, pray for something good to happen. And if it's even a minute of conversation, I think they leave the business saying, feeling better. And next time they see me, you see them with a big smile and say, thank you, Liz. Thank you for giving me that push. Thank you for giving me that advice. This has happened many, many, many times in the juice bar. It feels like they feel connected to me.
Yeah. And what are your customers' most popular or favorite drinks and yeah, favorite things to order?
Right now, we went viral on our famous guanabana. It's the soursop. It's imported from Colombia, and I made it with a twist. There's an old school called champola. So when I say champola, old school Dominicans connect to their roots. When like, oh, this is champola. Wow, are you making
What
champola?
what is champola? I'm a child of Dominicans, but I don't know champola.
So champola, it's a sour soap, pure sour soap mixed with milk and a little lemon. So I made it with a twist. I added on a different ingredient. I add a little vanilla and a little secret, and that has become my number one bestseller.
I'm surprised it's not morir soñando. Is that also up there in the top?
Yeah, Mauricio Yanda is on the top. We also have a twist on it because, I'm trying to bring my Dominican roots with a twist on it or with an add-on for people to try something different. We do make the Mauricio Yando, but we also add like a coconut cream to the Mauricio Yando. Oh, it's
Mm.
rich. It's delicious. It's creamy, not too sugary. We're trying to control on the sugar. We don't normally add sugar to our smoothies until unless the customer asks for the extra sugar. My slogan is fresh and fun. Fresh ingredients with a little fun to it. Meaning, if you want to break it down, you want to have a little hot dog with a smoothie, enjoy yourself. If you want to have a healthy smoothie with no sugar, you have the options to do that.
Going back to your, your family, your first venture into this kind of industry, or doing this with your family business. At
Mhm.
what point did it become not doing it necessarily for your stepfather, or, for that legacy, and realizing that you were enjoying this?
I say God gave me my dream, but I wasn't ready because I remember being 16, 17 years old, and I always wanted to open a restaurant. I've always been small businessman, meaning, I've always been a salesman. When I was 5 years old, my grandfather used to be a street vendor. And I used to go out in the street. I used to help him out and sell telephones, batteries. I've always had the gift of selling. And I've noticed that restaurants make money. So when I was young, I said, what my future is, I want to own my own restaurant. And I want to make money. So then when the opportunity came in with my stepfather, I jumped in right away. But then I noticed, things is different. It's not as easy as people think it's opening a restaurant. 60% of restaurants fail within the year. But I love the challenge. I'm a fighter. And I've decided, this is going to be my way, my future. I'm going to have my own restaurant. I'm, I want my name to be known out there. And it's not because I'm a chef, it's just my communication skills, my one on one with customers, and making the customers feeling good, making them feel welcome, making them come back, and make them feel like family.
What do you see going into the future? Like, what are your hopes for the business? Like, what are some of the like challenges that you're still, like hoping to, get through? Yeah.
So thank God I have a new lease. I have 15 more years that I'm going to stay in Washington Heights, God willing. And, I just still, what I want to be known, give us a try, find us. Because the challenge is people still don't know that I'm inside. We are rated in Google as the number one five-star rated juice bar, not in the whole New York City, in the whole New York State. I'm the only juice bar with almost 800 positive reviews. I tell people we rarely make mistakes, and if we do, we try to fix it immediately and we try to make the customer happy. It's not perfect. We're not perfect. But for me to see I have 95% satisfaction, I'm proud. So I'm happy to be where I'm at. But I want people to know that I'm inside the bus terminal. So that's my biggest challenge. I need to work to get out there to come and try the number one juice bar in Washington Heights, the friendliest juice bar where we're gonna love you, we're gonna treat you like family. It don't matter if you spend $1 or $10, you'll be treated with respect, you'll be treated with open arms. We just want to make a great fan base.
Where can folks find you?
So we have an Instagram, GWB Juice Bar, Facebook, GWB Juice Bar. We have a website where you could get some information, gwbjuicebar.com. Also, two entrances. If you're on the Fort Washington Avenue, 408 Fort Washington Avenue, inside the GWB bus terminal. If you're on Broadway and if you're shopping, if you come to Marshall, please come, go outside at the back end of the Marshall exit. You'll find the number one juice bar, GWB, and you'll enjoy fresh food, fun food, and a great atmosphere.
And again, what's your favorite juice?
I recommend the Guanabana Champola, and also we have a Dominican colada that we didn't talk about that. It's the pina colada with a Dominican twist, Dominican colada.
A lot of twists for the summer.
Yes,
Yeah, and it's
yes,
getting
yes,
hot.
yes.
Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time.
Thank you, Amber. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving us your time.
You can find GWB Juice Bar at 408 Fort Washington Avenue behind Marshall's at the GWB bus terminal. You can also follow them on Instagram at GWB Juice Bar for updates. Finally, if you know of a local business that you think Epicenter should feature, let us know. Drop us a note at hello@epicenter-nyc.com. That's all for today. Thanks for listening and thanks for supporting us as we do our best to support our community. We couldn't do it without you. For more stories like this, make sure to subscribe to our newsletter at epicenter-nyc.com. Our intro music is All the Pretty Horses by Caravika. You can find more of their music on their website, linked to in our podcast description.